Obviously, what's been achieved in Egypt and in Tunisia, and perhaps also now in Bahrain, and who knows, maybe Libya, Yemen, and more, is immense. There's been much punditry about what it means for America, America being as self-centered as any other country. And there'll certainly be a ton more such punditry, but I think its biggest effect here in the States is yet to register, and that is psychological. Because these revolutions, achieved through determinedly nonviolent action, constitute a radical, positive challenge to the politically manipulated atmosphere of fear and paranoia about Islam. In fact, as another New York Times columnist, Roger Cohen, wrote a few days ago, 2/11, February 11, may be the perfect antidote to 9/11. I may be being overly optimistic here, but I seriously think there is a very good chance that these events will help create a major paradigm shift here in the United States, one that seemed unimaginable just a few weeks ago, and one even a congressman like Peter King might have to take into account. Though many people don't yet realize it, I suspect that a lot of the Orientalist assumptions about Islam, about Muslims, and about Arabs in particular have been tossed out along with Ben Ali and Mubarak. The Tahriris challenged not just the regime, but also the crude stereotypes of Arab equals riots in the street, of Islam equals violence and terrorism, and above all, with the ongoing flood of images of Egyptians peacefully demanding democracy, of Islam as somehow fundamentally anti-democratic. What I saw here in America as the protests went into the third week was more and more people, the kind of people who until recently couldn't even have found Egypt on a map, expressing open admiration and support for the protesters. And I listened as they talked about the Muslim women and the Muslim doctors and the Muslim Google executives in Tahrir Square, and it is as though they were saying, almost in so many words, my God, they don't hate our freedom. They don't hate our way of life. For Christ's sake, they're risking their lives in order to have that freedom and that way of life. What I saw, in short, was respect. Well, hallelujah. Perhaps more Muslims will now be able to listen, more non-Muslims will now be able to listen to what most Muslims really think and believe. To realize that the vast majority of Muslims worldwide not only condemn Islamist terrorism, but see it for what it is. Not just a distortion of the faith, but a travesty of it.